What's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at these three different sauna blankets. This is from Lifepro. This is the BioRemedy infrared sauna wrap sauna blanket. This one is the HeatPod by Hydragun, another sauna blanket. And then lastly, we have the Heat Healer sauna blanket as well. And we are going to compare all these and we'll see which one is best. So I did receive all these products for review, but we have no pre-agreement. Let's do a positive or negative review. These are my own thoughts on all of these products. All right, guys, so sauna blankets, these are something that you can get instead of a sauna. It's not exactly the same thing. I know they all have like infrared technology in them as well. So they are similar to a sauna. They do actually get hotter than a sauna. Some of them get a little hotter than others, and we'll talk about that for sure. But, you know, sauna blankets are cool because they get hotter faster than a real sauna. I have a real sauna myself and a real infrared sauna. It only gets up to about 140 degrees. I think the hottest one over here is going to be the Hydragun HeatPod. That one gets pretty hot, I think 185 if I'm not wrong. But that is one of them that gets, you know, up to that temperature. And they all get pretty hot. So these are more high-end, the Hydragun and the Heat Healer, and then you have the sauna wrap back here, which is not the top of the line sauna wrap that Lifepro makes, but it is one of them that I've received. So I want to compare all three of them to show you guys which one is the one that I would recommend you buy. So they're all good sauna blankets, and you know, you'd be happy with them really, but there are some differences too as to which one you would buy and the reason why, and we'll get to that. And the first stuff we're gonna do is get myself in them. So when you do get in a sauna blanket, you do want to wear something like this. I look like Squid Games right now, but you do wanna wear like socks. So I have socks on. You do wanna wear something like this. This is a sweatsuit, looks like I'm in Squid Games. And you basically don't wanna have your skin touching the inside of it because you could technically almost get a burn, or it'll probably not burn you, but it'll probably be really uncomfortable. So they do suggest you wear socks and everything else. And also it helps you get harder faster. And that's one of the good things about it. So first off, let's get into each of these things and we'll see which one of these are the most comfortable, the Hydragun one, the Heat Healer one, or the Lifepro one. So first off, let's get into the Lifepro one. So first off, with the BioRemedy infrared sauna wrap from Lifepro, you aren't going to get a nifty little carrying case for it. The only carrying case you get is the cardboard box. That's why mine is in a cardboard box. And this is it right here. So this is it. Let's take it out and then I will get into it. So basically, it's two separate pieces that you can zip together. So let's go ahead and zip them in together. Right here, you zip one over here. Pretty simple. And you do the same on the bottom over here. Pretty much like a sleeping bag. So there you go. This one, I'll tell you right away, this is not as big as the other ones. It is lighter than the other ones, and we'll go over all that later, but it is not as big as the other ones. And I'm 5'11", 250 pounds. So we'll see how I fit in here. All right, so I'm gonna face this way. There you go. Let me jump inside here. It is tight fitting, so this is just wide enough for me to get inside of. And then you gotta zip it in. And this was the hard part for me before, was zipping myself into these things, because, you know, if you have somebody to help you, it's kind of easy. But if you're by yourself, like I am right now, you gotta mess with it just like a sleeping bag when you go camping. So there you go. All right, so one good thing about this one, the Lifepro one, is that it does have armholes so that you can get on your phone and do whatever you want, but it does feel a little constricting, and that's one thing about sauna blankets is that they do tend to feel a little bit constricting. Like if you don't like enclosed spaces, you definitely aren't going to enjoy the Lifepro one because it is smaller than the other one. So you definitely feel a lot of tightness. But the good thing about this one too is that it will get hotter faster just because it is a smaller footprint than the others. But then again, it's going to be a tighter fit. So especially when you close up the armholes like this and the other side, then it gets really constricting, especially for someone like me who is, 250 pounds and 5'11". So this one, so, a little bit tight, not much room to move. And yeah, already getting hot. So let's get out of this one. I feel like the comfort level of that one, I'd say is like let's just start off with this one being a comfort level out of 10, 10 being the most comfortable, is gonna be a 6. And it is definitely hard to get in and out of this one. So let's jump into the next one over here. This just so happens to be the Hydragun one. And this one does have a case. So over here, you get ready to feel it. This is definitely a lot more heftier than the other ones. And then you pull this one out. You got the remote control, which is on the bottom of it. And let's get inside of it. So this one's pretty much the same size as this twin bed that I am putting it on. And then plus on the top over here, there's magnetic parts that actually stick to each other so you don't have to zip it and worry about zipping. So let's get into this one. All right, a lot bigger, a lot more room. This one feels like an extra large sleeping blanket. So I just got to zip it up. On this side, this is one zipper. The other one had 2 zippers, which is kind of annoying. But at least there's only one zipper to deal with. And I can zip it all the way up, put my head in there, if y'all can hear me. And behind me, it's going to clasp up to as much as you want. You do always want to put like a towel behind your head so you can close the air holes. This one does not have any armholes, but yeah, lots of room, comfortable, soft everywhere. Yeah, pretty comfortable. I feel like this one is going to be like an 8 out of 10 in terms of comfort level. So pretty comfortable. It'll definitely get hot too. Like I feel like it is bigger, so it's going to have more heating elements on it too. So you will get hot pretty fast. So yeah, an 8. I think give this one an 8. I do like that it's only one zipper on one side, so you don't have to deal with multiple zippers. So yeah, that was actually a lot easier to get on into. The heat healer and the Hydragun sauna blanket both come with towels. So you could get the towels and you don't have to worry about having socks or all that stuff on you. Instead of wearing this big sweatsuit, you can just use these big towels, which are also like a sleeping blanket as well. So I'm not gonna use them on this video, but they do have very similar towels. Like they're literally almost probably the same thing. They look identical except for the color. So let's put on the heat healer one. The heat healer one is interesting because it has stones. So if you believe in the power of stones to heal you, the heat healer is the one to get for you. And this is the heat healer sauna blanket. Let's set it up. I would say pretty similar in size to the Hydragun one. Actually looking at it on the bed, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's not as wide as the Hydragun one is for sure. There's only one zipper side, same as the Hydragun one. This part is enclosed. And on the bottom over here, there's also like a Velcro area, which I'm not sure this is needed because this is gonna allow a lot more heat to escape whenever you have that, because over here, there's no zipper, but heat can definitely escape. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. But let me show you the gems inside of here. So if you see here, these are the different types of rocks that they have inside here. Supposedly they have different properties of healing you. So they have that. That's the one thing that's special about the heat healer one. So if you believe in stones, again, this is one probably gonna be the one for you. So let's get inside of it. We'll see how comfortable it is. So right away, you have the rocks that are smooth rocks, but they are a little bit harder, especially if you jab them with your knee, like I just did. So let's put this one on. Oh, this one's not zipped. And then this one also doesn't have a zipper that you can pull on either side. The other one, you could zip it from the inside. This one, you have to zip it all from the outside, which is kind of annoying. All right, let's get inside of it. See, I hate zipping these things. Whew. All right, so just from zipping it, this one was the second hardest to do. The Hydragun was the easiest one to zip up, especially for solo. In terms of comfort, I would say, not as wide as the other one. And I feel like I would say it's equal, about an 8, maybe a 7.5. I do feel like it's not as wide. There's a little bit of constricting movement, especially on my shoulders. Again, I'm a bigger guy. I have wide shoulders, and I can definitely feel a little bit more constricting, like you're feeling more like you're in a bag that's not in a good way. So there you go. So that one is a 7.5. Let's go to the other room, and I'll tell you the comparisons and what the difference between all these sauna blankets are right now. All right, guys, I'm out of the sauna blankets, and the one that I like for its comfort is going to be the Hydragun HeatPod Sauna Blanket 2. That's the one I like. I like it because it was more wider than the other ones. The Lifepro one was definitely a lot shorter and not as wide. The Heat Healer was a little bit wider, but not as wide as the HeatPod. And I didn't like the fact that it had a Velcro at the bottom. I just felt like you're losing heat, and you want to keep all the heat inside there just so you can have the most hottest sauna. So what are the comparisons between all of these? So basically what they are, I'm looking at them right here. The price of the heat sauna blanket, the HeatPod sauna blanket, is going to be $5.99. So it's $5.99. The price of the infrared sauna blanket is $5.58. That's the discounted price that they're having on the website right now. And then the price of the Lifepro is going to be the cheapest, $159.99. So if we do want to get into sauna blankets, $159.99 is going to be the best value for sure. But the Lifepro one only gets up to a temperature of 176 degrees. Heat Healer also gets up to 176 degrees. And then the Hydragun HeatPod 2 gets up to 185 degrees in temperature. So if you do want those extra degrees of temperature, that might be the one you want to go for. Is going to be the HeatPod 2 from Hydragun. Far infrared penetration, this is for the Lifepro. I could not find any stated ranges for that, but for the Hydragun HeatPod, it penetrates up to 14,000 nanometers. The Heat Healer is 10,000 nanometers, and I couldn't find one for the Lifepro. So there's that. Now, what does that mean? I guess it means that the far infrared, if you believe in that technology, that is going to penetrate further into your body, heats you up from the inside out. So, you know, I just feel like these things heat you just by being warm. I don't know about the infrared technology. I guess it's there. And if you believe in it, the HeatPod 2 is going to be the one you're going to want to go with. So we did talk about the price, and the most expensive one is going to be the HeatPod 2 by Hydragun. At a price tag of $599, that's the most expensive one. The second one is $558. That's for the heat healer. And then Lifepro is going to be the super cheap one, which is only $159.09. So which one do I recommend for you? I think if you are getting into sauna blankets, the Lifepro really can't be beat for that price. It's not gonna get as hot as the other ones, but it's all about really, at the end of the day, how much are you gonna use it? So for me, the Lifepro one, I just felt too snug inside of it, so the comfort level wasn't that high. So I've had that, but to be honest with you, after I did my review on it a long time ago, I never got back into it just because it wasn't that comfortable to get into. For me, it's about the comfort level. So if you don't mind being a little bit tight, or if you are a smaller person, maybe the Lifepro one is gonna be the one that you wanna get. The heat healer one, if you like stones, you know, maybe that's one you're gonna wanna get too. But if you're gonna choose between the heat healer and Hydragun HeatPod 2, I would probably lean towards the HeatPod 2 just because it is more comfortable than the other one. And it gets a little bit hotter too. So if you're gonna be paying $500+ for it anyway, might as well spend a little bit more money and get the Hydragun HeatPod 2. That's the one that I would suggest. The stones, I don't think, you know, for me, I don't believe in them. Might help, but for me, it's about that therapeutic way that it makes you feel. And the hotter you get, the more you can feel it for sure. So I like that. And it also doesn't have that Velcro enclosure as well. So for the budget price, you could go to Lifepro. For the higher end one, you could probably go with the Hydragun HeatPod 2. So those are my opinions. Those are the ones that I like. Out of the three that I've tested, those are the two that I would suggest for a budget one, Lifepro. For a more high-end one that gets hotter, Hydragun HeatPod 2. So that's gonna be the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found this interesting and helpful on your journey to sauna. For me, I have them, but I have an actual sauna myself. So, you know, sometimes if I do want to get hotter faster, I will still go into the sauna blankets because I'm telling you, if it's a cold day, my sauna, my infrared sauna that I have, it takes about an hour to 2 hours to heat up to 140 degrees. But these sauna blankets heat up really fast. So, you know, to each their own, get you whatever you guys want to get. And I hope you guys found this interesting. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you believe in sauna technology, infrared technology. Let me know if you believe in those stones as well. So hope you guys enjoy this one. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.